Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Bets on Wrap podcast. I'm joined as always by Alex Valadez. You can find him on Twitter @_Alex Valadez. Alex, how you doing?
Good, man. The props from the first game of the Saturday slate are looking fantastic. They all the ones that I locked in some serious cash cashed. So go ahead and check out my Twitter for some more picks for the game that starts in about 3 minutes. So if you're seeing this, go hurry.
Yeah, for sure. NBA is in full effect and going pretty hard right now. There's been lots of blowouts, and I think that's something I didn't see coming, just in general. So yeah, it's been kind of rough. Like if you've had a star player and then they're up 40 and then they don't play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So we've seen a little bit of that throughout this early part of the NBA season, but hopefully that will all adjust a little bit as we go forward. So let's get into the NFL, which is going to be very tricky this week. Week 17, lots of guys just not playing, a lot of teams in different situations. So that being said, let's get into it. The first game we got is Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants. The Dallas Cowboys are $1.78 on the money line. The Giants are $2.04. The handicap in this one is 1.5. The Cowboys paying $1.89 on the handicap, giving 1.5 points to the Giants. The total in this game is at 44.5. Who do you like in this game? And what are you thinking about this Cowboys-Giants game?
Yeah, even though the Giants themselves have kind of kept some games close as of late, I still like the Dallas Cowboys to pull this one out with that spread. Just great performances from the wide receivers this past game. I think that'll translate to this game. I know the Giants secondary isn't as bad as the Eagles secondary, but I definitely think the Cowboys are in good position to at least put themselves in a spot where destiny is somewhat out of the – well, no, not really, but rolling with the Cowboys with the spread here.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys in this spot too. I feel like it's a little bit of a square play because I don't think the Cowboys should be favored on the road. But I like just the way the Cowboys have been playing the last few weeks, and then compared to that to what the Giants have done the last few weeks, it's just been a little bit rough. That Daniel Jones injury, ever since that injury, they've got blown out by Arizona, they got blown out by Cleveland. And they lost to Baltimore in 27-13 last week. So, it's been a little rough. So, looking at the props here, we got Andy Dalton passing yards. He's at 250.5. Daniel Jones is at 209.5. Andy Dalton to throw 2 touchdowns is $1.82. Daniel Jones to throw 2 touchdowns is $2.40. Daniel Jones to throw an interception is paying $1.71. And Andy Dalton to throw an interception is paying $1.78. Wayne Gallman rushing yards at 48.5. Andy Dalton's at 6.5. Elliott's at 64.5. He looked better last week. And Tony Pollard is at 26.5. Rushing attempts, Elliott's at 16.5. Gallman's at 11.5. And Gallman rushing and receiving is at 58.5. Elliott's at 84.5. Receiving prop market, we got Amari Cooper at 53.5. CeeDee Lamb at 52.5. The over paying $1.98. Dalton Schultz at 30.5. Michael Gallup at 48.5. He showed out last week, 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards. Wayne Gallman, 7.5 yards receiving. Ezekiel Elliott at 16.5. Tony Pollard at 7.5. Sterling Shepard at 57.5. Evan Ingram at 42.5. And Darius Slayton at 41.5. Anything that pops out to you? We got receptions as well if you're not too keen on any of those, but what are you thinking?
I'm kind of liking the Andy Dalton over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's done that in 4 straight games, and with the way the receiving game was this past week, I think they'll definitely lean on that as well for this game. So that's kind of the one I really caught my eye.
Andy Dalton over 250.5.
over 250. He's hit that 2 of the last 4 games, but let me see how this Giants secondary
What about
stacks.
Daniel Jones to throw a pick?
See how Daniel.
$1.71.
There's one thing Danny Dimes does is throw dimes to defenders, but actually not really. He's been on a 5-game streak where he hasn't been intercepted. Maybe this is the right time to bet on this one. Should we try to have a little fun with this one since this is already a dart throw week anyways?
We can. I mean, we can go a touchdown score as well. I mean, Elliott anytime is $2. Cooper's $3. Gout's $3.25. Pollard's $3.75. If anything, I would just say Elliott scores a touchdown in this game.
Yeah, I like Elliott and Cooper. So you want to go Elliott?
Yeah, let's go Elliott anytime touchdown in this matchup.
Awesome. Locked it in.
All right. Next game is the Jets and the Patriots. The Patriots are $1.63 on the money line. The Jets are $2.28. Jets are getting 3 points in this game. Listen to Bill Simmons this week. He said take the Jets plus the 3. There's one thing that Bill Belichick hates. It's the Jets. The total in this game is 39.5. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are kind of leaning with the Jets from what I saw online, but I still like the Patriots here. I mean, it's crazy because now we've seen. I don't know if you've seen the reports, but now Adam Gase is out. I just think this game is just going to be a shit show for them. So give me the Patriots -3.
Yeah, there's a lot of reports and things going on now that both these teams are obviously eliminated and things like that. And this will be the last game of their season. There's rumors that Josh McDaniels, this will be his last game in New England, that he'll be taking a head coaching job somewhere, wherever that is. And, there's talk that Cam and Bill Belichick were talking about each other in past tense. I think people were looking into some press conferences a little bit too much, but it will be interesting to see what the offseason of both these teams. I like the Patriots on the money line, $1.63. I just think this Patriots team has too much pride to just kind of roll over against the Jets team that they can definitely beat. Anytime touchdown scorer, Cam Newton's at $2.40. Tony Michelle's at $2.63. J.J. Taylor's at $3.75. James White, $3.75. Jacoby Myers, $4.33. Ty Johnson at $2.50 for the Jets. Crowder's at $3.30. Josh Adams at $4.20. Perryman, $4.33. Denzel Mims at $4.50. Quarterback props, we just have Sam Darnold. Passing yards at 209.5. Passing TDs over 1.5 is paying $2.71. And Sam Darnold throw a pick, yes, is paying $1.54. Rushing props, we have no one but Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold over 13.5 yards rushing at $1.83. Receiving wise, we have all Jets. We got Rashard Perriman at 34.5, Jameson Crowder 51.5, Denzel Mims 34.5, Chris Herndon at 14.5. Total receptions, Perriman's at 2.5, Crowder's at 4.5, Denzel Mims at 2.5 receptions, Chris Herndon at 1.5 receptions. Anything we like from just those small group of props that we have for this game?
I like Crowder's receptions, yards, and Cam Newton anytime.
All right, let's go Cam anytime. Stick in the anytime market.
For sure.
All right, Falcons and the Bucks. All right, we talk about sharp plays and square plays every once in a while here. We talk about a little bit more in the chat. This is definitely a sharp play. All right, the Falcons +7 is the sharp play here. The square side is taking the Bucks in this spot. The only issue I would have with this is that it's at 7. I believe it was 6.5, 7 last time these two teams played 2 weeks ago, and Atlanta was at home. So it's exactly the same line, and the Falcons are on the road. So the sharps will be on the Falcons here. No doubt about that. The Buccaneers are giving 7 points. They're paying $1.30 on the money line. What are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, it's tough because last time you saw the way that Atlanta came out in the first half and then just fell apart in the second half. I mean,
Yeah, I believe they're
Tampa
up 7.
Bay, are they still in? Are they still fighting for anything in terms of seeding, or are they kind of like stuck where they're at?
No, Tampa Bay wins, then they'll play the winner of the NFC East. So they have stuff to play for. And
Okay.
Bruce Arians already came out and said like they're aiming to win this game.
I'm gonna go with the square play. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. The spread.
All right. The total in this game is at 50.5. I like the over in this game, so I've already bet that one. Quarterback props, we got Tom Brady at 302.5, Matt Ryan at 280.5. Tom Brady passing touchdowns over 2.5 is paying $2.26. Matt Ryan over 1.5 is paying $1.63. Matt Ryan to throw a pick is $1.71. Tom Brady to throw a pick is at $1.96. Rushing props, we got Ito Smith at 33.5, Ronald Jones at 49.5. Receiving props, we got Calvin Ridley at 87.5, Russell Gage 52.5, Mike Evans 66.5. Can you check Mike Evans' yards because he's getting 1,000 yards? So find out what he needs to get to 1,000. Chris Godwin 51.5, Rob Gronkowski 31.5, Antonio Brown 54.5, Hayden Hurst 32.5, Ito Smith 10.5. Then we got receptions wise, we got Ridley at 6.5, Gage at 4.5, Hayden Hurst 3.5, Mike Evans 4.5 catches, Chris Godwin 4.5 catches. That's paying $2.05. Antonio Brown 4.5 catches, paying $1.98. Yeah. So what's Evans need for 1,000?
He needs 40 yards for 1,000.
Okay, so he's getting. I would bet the over in this game for Evans, 66.5.
I like that play a lot too. I'll just go with Evans.
Evans. What about Ito? You like Ito over 33.5?
Yeah, that on some of the picks that I was able to get out, Ito over rushing was on that list. It's at what 30?
33.5.
Yeah, he's at that in 4 of his last 5 games. So I thought that was a pretty safe line for him.
We go Ito, and we can go if you want to throw a touchdown score in there. We can go Mike Evans $2.20 or Calvin Ridley $3. Russell Gage $3.60 is interesting. If you want to get real crazy, or we can just add Ito Smith as well.
Just do Ito Smith rushing. You're saying for rushing or for any time for Ito?
Rushing.
Yeah, let's do Ito rushing and then Mike Evans anytime, just because I feel like Brady will want to make sure he secures that 1K.
Mike Evans anytime or Mike Evans 66.5 or both?
I'm willing to do both. I could see a third strong game for Mike Evans.
All right, we'll go on both because it's week 17. We're shooting our shot. All right, we're shooting our shot. Oops, not first touchdown score. Let's not get crazy. All right. That would have really boosted the odds. So next game we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers, your Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are 9.5-point favorites in this game. Obviously, Big Ben is out. A lot of the starters probably out as well. It'll be interesting to see what this offense looks like. The total in this game is 43.5. And yeah, I like the Browns. They're going to make Myles Garrett captain this game, so that'll be fun. And the Browns are going to try to smash the Steelers.
Oh, man. I still see the Browns facilities closed, so they're still dealing with their COVID situation. I see this game staying somewhat close, so give me the Steelers with the spread, 9.5. Let's go Mason Rudolph season. I almost gagged right now.
All right. Mason Rudolph season for you. Anytime touchdown scores, we got Chubb at $1.83, Kareem Hunt $2.50, Jarvis Landry $2.80, Rashard Higgins $3.10, Benny Snell at $3.75, James Conner $3.75, Anthony McFarland $4, Jalen Samuels $4, Chase Claypool $4.50. Just looking here at quarterback props, got Mayfield at 246.5 passing yards, which seems high. Mason Rudolph at 210.5. Mason Rudolph to throw 2 touchdowns, $2.61. Mayfield to throw 2 touchdowns, $1.64. Rushing props wise, we got Nick Chubb at 72.5, Kareem Hunt at 40.5. Receiving props, we got Rashard Higgins at 48.5, Jarvis Landry 58.5, Austin Hooper 34.5, Kareem Hunt 16.5, Donovan Peoples-Jones at 26.5. Jarvis Landry over 4.5 catches is paying $1.68. That's a lock. Austin Hooper over 3.5 catches is paying $2.31. So not expected. Jarvis Landry, longest reception, we won't get into that. So anything that jumps out to you there?
Yeah, the Jarvis reception was a good one, and then Baker's actually hit that over that yard mark 5 straight games. So I don't know if you want to lean on that. He even hit it last game without his receivers.
We got an interesting little wrinkle that I just found for this game. We got anytime touchdown score / match winner double. If you want to get crazy. So like Nick Chubb and the Browns winning is paying $2. Hunt scoring and Browns winning is $2.80. So on and so forth. So that's interesting. Landry's catches is at $1.68. We can put it in there.
Yeah,
we tripled up on the game, so we'll shoot for safety on that game, and we put Landry over 4.5 catches against Pittsburgh Steelers, and we'll move on to the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. The Texans are getting 7 points in this game. They're at $3.80 money line underdog. The Tennessee Titans are $1.27 on the money line. Anytime. Oh, who do you like in this game?
In this game, I like the Texans here. I think they still ultimately lose, but I think they'll keep this game close. Let's go, Watson.
All right. So you got the Texans to cover this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call. I think they could muster up and stay close in this one. I just don't know how motivated Tennessee is going to be. I know they need to win. They have the tiebreaker in the Colts.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Colts right now are just fighting to stay alive to be a playoff team.
Right. Yeah, I understand that, but like I don't know how much Henry's going to play. Like his anytime touchdown score odds right now are $1.30. You know what's interesting? Darrington Evans anytime touchdown. It's $8. 8-1.
Let's do it. Let's get risky. It's week 9. It's week 17.
Darrington Evans, he's in.
Yeah. Let's do Darrington Evans.
All right, Darrington Evans to score a touchdown in this game. I mean,
I also don't think Henry's going to see too many carries in this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. So they could give the rookie a shot here. They did a couple of games ago, and he got into the end zone. So I could definitely see that happening again. Brandon Cooks, 71.5 is interesting. Keep an eye out for Alex and I's props this week too, because I think there's a few good ones in there as well. So moving on.
Brandon Cooks' line is yeah, and then shout out to Brandon Cooks for going already over 180 his season prop total. So shout out to Cooks for not making me sweat week 17.
Yeah, there you go. We loved Brandon Cooks, or I love Brandon Cooks this season, so I'll take it. He finished as a top 30 receiver once again in fantasy. I was hoping for a little bit higher, but it is what it is. Solid production from him this season again. Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions. The Vikings are the favorite in this one. They're paying $1.46 on the money line. They are giving the Detroit Lions 4 in this game. Anything like about this Vikings team in week 17? I feel like it's kind of a dangerous spot.
Yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook isn't playing, so it's going to be Alexander Madison.
Oh my guy.
Yeah, oh yeah. So,
Love me Madison.
yeah, I would probably say I'd still go with Vikings. It's tough because I know the Lions will get scrappy and get close in some games, but yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those. I think it's gonna be like back to week 1 where Madison kind of showed what he can do. So I think that is what we should be expecting this week.
Yeah. I like the Vikings as well. The total in this game is 54 though. That seems really high.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think the Vikings play so slow. So if the Vikings get a lead, they're just gonna like run the ball, run the clock out, and it's gonna be gross. The only way I can see that this total going over is if the Detroit Lions scored early and kind of force the Vikings' hand a little bit. But even when the Vikings have been forced to play fast, they don't play fast. So let's keep that in mind. Kirk Cousins passing yards at 280.5. I'll lean to the under. Passing touchdowns over 2.5 is paying $2.33. Under is $1.56. Rushing props, DeAndre Swift is at 52.5 yards. Kirk Cousins at 9.5. DeAndre Swift rushing and receiving is at $1.88. Receiving props wise, we got TJ Hawkinson at 44.5. DeAndre Swift at 24.5. Justin Jefferson 75.5. Adam Thielen 67.5. Tyler Conklin at 17.5. Irv Smith at 37.5. Adam Thielen receptions is at 4.5. Conklin's at 1.5. Irv Smith at 3.5. Justin Jefferson 5.5. TJ Hawkinson 4.5. DeAndre Swift at 3.5. Who's playing quarterback for Detroit?
For Detroit, let's see if they've announced anything.
Stafford playing. I think that will make a difference in the kind of way that I view this game, for sure. Looking at team rankings at the moment, and it says Stafford is doubtful.
So 7 hours ago, barring any setbacks overnight, Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford listed as questionable with rib, right thumb, and ankle injuries. Will start Sunday's finale against the Vikings. Nothing on the line for Detroit, but Stafford is determined to gut this out. Interesting.
Gross. Yeah.
Stafford under?
Yeah, if they had it, I would do it.
Right.
They wouldn't have it. Because I bet that twice now, the last 2 weeks, and it's come through because he's left early. So, yeah, we don't have. I don't think we got Madison rushing props. I mean, I got him as anytime touchdown. He's $1.67. Thielen's at $1.83. Jefferson's at $2. Irv Smith $3. Like any other sides, DeAndre Swift at $1.91. Marvin Jones $2.25. Hawkinson $2.63. Amendola $3.60. That's not happening.
Let's go Madison anytime. It's not the best odds, but
the Dalvin effect.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put Madison anytime in there. $1.67. We'll take that for now. Next game is the Dolphins-Bills. Unfortunately, we don't have any player props because we're not sure who's going to be playing in this game. The Dolphins are paying $2.06. This line has been moving. They're paying $2.06 on a money line. Bills paying $1.77. This line's been moving all over the place. It was 3 yesterday, then it moved down to 1.5, then we'll move back to 3. Now it's back to 1.5 again. I don't know how we handle this game. The total in this game is 41.5. If I had to choose, I would probably go over. For some reason, I feel like Buffalo's going to play its guys for the most part, but I can't be sure.
Yeah, no, it's tough because you would think that it'd just be Matt Barkley season and that Josh Allen would rest, especially because he already clinched those Bills season records already. So I could also just see him like just not play him or Diggs, just keep him fresh for the playoffs. I don't know why
Yeah,
they
it's
would
possible, but if
push it.
Steelers lose and they win, they get the 2 seed, right?
Let me check. I know that
I'm
two
pretty
seed
sure
is
they do.
up. Yeah, picture. Let's see. In the AFC, the
Like,
Bills already hold the number 2 seed. If they lose and Steelers win, then they basically open themselves up to
okay.
be. Yeah, so I guess Bills do have some incentive to actually play this game.
Yeah.
Do you trust Matt Barkley and Gabriel Davis to put it up if Josh Allen doesn't play?
No, I don't. I don't trust Matt Barkley at all. Um,
Don't
I
let
don't
Christian hear you say that.
know. I say we bet the total over 41.5.
Yeah. All
But I
right,
don't
let's
love
go.
it.
Yeah, I don't either, but there's not really much else. There's not even anytime touchdowns to jump
No,
on. So
there's nothing.
over 41.5.
I do like Miles Gaskin in this game once props do come out, though. So
Yeah,
uh,
for sure.
keep that in mind. Um, Moving on from that game, we got the Ravens and the Bengals. The Ravens are 14-point favorites now. It's ballooned out to that. It was 11. I believe it started at 11 or maybe even 10.5. It's moved up to 14. The Ravens paying $1.10 on the money line. The Bengals paying $7. What do you like about this game?
Yeah, the Bengals, as of the last couple of weeks, have kind of been playing some inspired football. So if it was at 11, I would definitely take the Ravens. But with it being at 14 and the Bengals kind of playing out of their pay grade, give me the Bengals plus 14.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. Taking the Bengals plus 14. I do think the Ravens win this game by double digits, whether it's 14 or 17. It's your call. But yeah, I think the Ravens have been playing better, and they've won they've won their last 4. Obviously, it's not been against stellar competition. Dallas, Cleveland, Jacksonville, and the Giants, but they've won nonetheless. And they put up pretty big spots here. They put up 34 against Dallas, 47 against Cleveland, 40 against Jacksonville, and 27 last week against the Giants. I just think they're a little bit too much to handle in this one for the Bengals. Props wise, anytime touchdown scorers, we have Lamar Jackson at $2.10, J.K. Dobbins $2.25, Mark Andrews $2.40, Marquise Brown $2.88, Gus Edwards $3. Giovanni Bernard, $3.30. T. Higgins, $4.33. Samaje Perine, $4.50. AJ Green, $5.50. Tyler Boyd, $5.50. Drew Sample, $7.50. The total in this game is 43.5, which is pretty low, actually. And quarterback props, we have Lamar Jackson at 195.5. Passing yards, Brandon Allen's at 216.5. Passing touchdowns, Lamar Jackson to throw 2 touchdowns, paying $2.10. Brandon Allen to throw over 1.5 touchdowns is paying $2.56. Lamar Jackson to throw a pick is paying $2.19. Brandon Allen is $1.54. Rushing props, Lamar Jackson's at 61.5. J.K. Dobbins at 70.5. Giovanni Bernard at 39.5. Lamar Jackson longest rush is at 18.5. J.K. Dobbins rushing and receiving is at 79.5. Giovanni Bernard's at 59.5 rushing and receiving. Receiving props, Mark Andrews at 52.5. Marquise Brown at 40.5. J.K. Dobbins 6.5. Tyler Boyd at 43.5. T. Higgins 54.5. Giovanni Bernard 17.5. Mark Andrews 4.5 receptions. Marquise Brown 3.5 receptions. J.K. Dobbins 1.5 receptions. Tyler Boyd 3.5 receptions. T. Higgins, 4.5 receptions. Giovanni Bernard, 2.5 receptions. Anything jump off the page? I kind of like Giovanni Bernard over 17.5 yards receiving. That's paying $1.98. I also think that Dobbins scores in this game, touchdown markets wise.
Yeah.
That's paying $2.25. Gus Edwards is sneaky as well at $3. So, what do you think?
For Giovanni Bernard receiving yards, he hit that this past game.
Yeah.
But before that, he hadn't hit it since week 11 against the Washington football team.
But I feel like Brandon Allen wasn't really looking for him like that, and he kind of unlocked something with that last week. So that's one reason why I kind of like that one.
I could see that happening too. So I definitely like Giovanni Bernard receiving. I think that's reasonable.
Other than that, we're looking at maybe Mark Andrews at 52.5. I'm staying away from Marquise Brown. Dobbins is short, but I don't see them. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one as well. You could just Giovanni catches at 2.5. How many catches has he had the last few games?
Last few games for him, he's had in his last 4, 2, 3, 1, and 7.
2, 4, 3, 1.
And then for Mark Andrews, he's hit that total of over 52.5 in 5 straight games. And he's had at least 5 targets in those games, and he's had at least 5 catches in that 5-game span as well.
All right. So where are we gonna go?
Let's go Bernard with the receiving yards, because I think, like you said, especially with this Ravens defense, he might lean to dump it off. And then I like Mark Andrews over 52.5.
Okay, so we'll do both of those. Mark Andrews over 52.5 and Bernard over 17.5. And we're getting up there. We're at $4,404 to 1 odds on this one so far. Next game, and we still have so many games left.
Oh man. Watch, and this is the one that like the dart throw is gonna be the one that hits somehow. Watch.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm not gonna lie. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are giving 14 points in this one. That's paying $1.84. Colts minus 14. The Colts on the money line is paying $1.08. Jacksonville's paying $8 to win this game. Jacksonville's only win of the season came against the Colts in week 1. The total in this game is 48.5. Who do you like in this game?
Even with the spread being what it is, I still like the Colts in this one. I think after having that collapse last week against the Steelers, I think they're going to make sure that they don't take their foot off the pedal. So, and then the Jaguars themselves, I'm pretty sure they're going to spin a roulette to find out which quarterback is starting tomorrow. Let's roll with the Colts with the 14.
Colts 14. I think Mike Glennon's starting, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the props, so yeah.
All right. Let's get into the props here. We'll look at anytime touchdown scores. Jonathan Taylor's at $1.57. Naheem Hines, $2.20. T.Y. Hilton, $2.37. Michael Pittman, $2.40. Zach Pascal, who's been hot lately, $2.88. Jack Doyle, $3.40. Trey Burton, $3.40. Indianapolis Colts defense, $4.50. Mo Alley-Cox, $5. Jacoby Brissett, $6. For the Jags, it's Ogunbowale at $2.75, Chenault at $3.50, Keelan Cole at $4, Conley at $5, Azigbo at $5, Eifert $5, Jacksonville D at $9.50, Mike Glennon at $9.50. Quarterback prop market, Mike Glennon's at $231.5, Philip Rivers at $261.5. Mike Glennon to throw over 1.5 touchdowns, paying $2.47. Philip Rivers over 1.5 touchdowns, paying $1.42. Mike Glennon to throw a pick is $1.50. Philip Rivers to throw a pick is $1.96. Wow, that seems high for Philip Rivers, who loves to throw interceptions. Agumba Wale is at 53.5 yards rushing. Jonathan Taylor at 85.5 yards rushing. Naheem Hines at 32.5 yards rushing. Agumba Wale rushing and receiving is at 76.5. LaVishka Chenault receiving at 46.5. Keelan Cole 43.5. Naheem Hines 22.5. T.Y. Hilton 56.5. Zach Pascal 37.5. I kind of like that. Can you check Pascal's last few weeks?
Yeah.
Michael Pittman 36.5. Jonathan Taylor at 17.5. Agumba Wale at 21.5. Conley 36.5. Eifert 27.5. James O'Shaughnessy at 17.5. Catch wise, we got receptions. Hilton's at 4.5. Pascal's at 3.5. Pittman 3.5. Taylor 2.5. Agumba Wale 3.5. Naheem Hines at 2.5. Chenault at 4.5. Keelan Cole at 3.5. Chris Conley at 3.5, and Tyler Eifert at 2.5. There's some angles here. What do you like in this one?
For Pascal, what was his receiving yard total at?
For who?
Zach Pascal.
37.5.
He's in his last two games. He's had 6 targets in both, and he started this past game as he's been starting most games. Yeah, his last 2 games, he's been a favorite of Phillip Rivers with 3 touchdowns in these last 2 games. So I definitely think Phillip Rivers will look at him quite often this week.
How many yards did he have the last 2 weeks?
79 and 64.
Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't go over at least 40 yards in this game.
Yeah, I love that right there.
So Pascal over 37.5 yards receiving is in. Do we want Jonathan Taylor anytime?
Put Jonathan Taylor anytime. We'll just sprinkle that in there.
Jonathan Taylor, two touchdowns, $3.50.
Let me see how he's done in terms of touchdown scoring. Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes. We're wait, 2 of every type. You know what?
We can't do it. We can't do it. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say in his last 4 games, he's hit it. He's had 2 touchdowns twice. So it's not like the production isn't there, but the safety net would be 1 for sure.
All right, we'll do 1. We'll add him $1.57 as well. So we got Jonathan Taylor anytime and Zach Pascal over 37.5 yards receiving.
Right, if we win this and Jonathan Taylor scores 2 touchdowns, I'm going to yell at you from a yacht.
Okay. Well, we can take Zach Pascal out and just do the 2 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor. That's $3.30.
Now let's just do anytime. Let's not get too crazy on the dart throw either.
We can only put 20 legs in this thing, so we got 7 legs left that we can put in left.
7 legs? Okay.
That's our limit. Raiders at Broncos. The Raiders are $1.65 on the money line. They are giving the Broncos and your boy 2.5 points in this one. I like the Raiders. You like the Broncos. Correct?
That's correct. Give me the Broncos. Let's go. Drew Lock season.
All right. It's Derek Carr season. One more game. Let's do it with the Raiders. Touchdown markets. We got anytime touchdown scores. We got Josh Jacobs, $1.91. Darren Waller, $2.10. Nelson Aguilar, $2.63. Devontae Booker, $3.75. Henry Ruggs at $4. Hunter Renfrow, $4. On the other side, Melvin Gordon, $1.72. Noah Fant, $2.70. Tim Patrick, $3.10. Jerry Jeudy, $3.60. Deshaun Hamilton, $4.50. Drew Lock, $4.50. Player props wise, we are looking at. Hang on, I just lost my page. It's my bad. Your boy Drew Lock, is he going to dominate this game?
Yeah, we're not throwing Drew Lock in this power parlay. I support Drew Lock. I support Drew Lock, but no thanks.
He's at 228.5 passing yards. Derek Carr.
Don't try to tempt me.
248.5. Drew Lock over 1.5 touchdowns, paying $2.10. Derek Carr over 1.5 touchdowns, paying $1.65. Drew Lock to throw a pick is at $1.45. Derek Carr to throw a pick is at $2.52. Melvin Gordon is at 73.5. Josh Jacobs 66.5 yards rushing. Drew Lock's at 15.5. Tim Patrick receiving is at 42.5. Noah Fant 48.5. Nelson Aguilar, 49.5. Darren Waller, 61.5. Jerry Jeudy, 42.5. Henry Ruggs at 29.5. Melvin Gordon, 16.5. Sean Hamilton, 29.5. Total receptions, Aguilar's at 3.5. Waller's at 6.5. Tim Patrick's at 3.5. Jerry Judy's at 3.5. Fans at 4.5.
Noah Font over receiving yards.
Oh, I was wondering where you're going with that. Receiving yards, do I not have his yards? I don't have his. Oh yeah, I do. 48.5.
Yeah, he's hit that in his last 3 games, and he, in terms of targets, has had 7, 11, and 9. So Drew Lock got my text about getting Font more involved.
Can you stop saying font and say Fant?
Fant, no Fant involved.
Are you from London?
Every time I say that, I want to say Fanta.
Are you an Aussie? Are you an Aussie or am I not?
I am actually.
Okay.
I'm actually half kangaroo.
Then you can say the short A. Then you can say the short A. All right, is that all we like in that game? We're just taking Fant.
Yeah. Unless there's anything that caught your eye that you would Drew Lock anytime?
There was tons of stuff I would probably jump on, but I'm going to stay away. Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears, especially like Nelson Aguilar. I'm sidetracked. Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Packers are giving the Bears 4 points in this one. I think that's moved a little bit, so I don't know if that was always the case. I think it was higher than that. But Packers are paying $1.49 on the money line. The Bears and Mitchell Trubisky have one shot, one opportunity. Can they capture it or let it slip away? $2.65 on the money line. Anytime touchdown scores, Devontae Adams, $1.62. Aaron Jones, $2.10. A.J. Dillon, $2.50. Robert Tonyan, $2.70. Alan Lazard, $3.50. Marcus Valdez, Scantling, $3.50. Aaron Rodgers, $5.50. For the Bears, we got David Montgomery at $2, Allen Robinson, $2.50, Cole Kmet, $4, Darnell Mooney, $4.50, Jimmy Graham, 2 touchdowns last week, $4.50, Anthony Miller at $5.50, Chicago defense, $6. Is this the Jimmy Graham revenge game, by the way? Anyway, I digress. Mitchell Trubisky passing yards at 250.5, Aaron Rodgers 291.5. Mitchell Trubisky over 1.5 touchdowns. Did I even ask you how you like this game? I don't think I did. Trubisky over 1.5 touchdowns, $1.70. Aaron Rodgers over 2.5 touchdowns, paying $2.11. If he's going to pad his stats in this game, that would definitely be a way to lean. Who you like in this game?
I actually like the Bears to win this game outright. So give me the money line. Wow. I think, I'm rolling with them. I think, I think Trubisky's going to earn himself another opportunity in Chicago, or he's going to convince another team to throw a little bit of money his way.
I mean, that's a fair call.
He's 6-2 this year, which doesn't sound right.
His win-loss record's amazing.
Yeah, I regret ever supporting Nick Foles being the starter for this team.
You should regret
so much. Looking
here, Trubisky's passing yards at 250.5. I think that's kind of low, considering if the Packers are coming out here trying to score.
What's his pass completions? 22.5?
23.5 now.
I'd still take that. He's hit that in 4 of the last 5 games.
It's paying $1.95.
Even with Montgomery finally flourishing after Matt Nagy had the play calling duties removed.
After all the Twitter slander that Montgomery gets every day, he's still flourishing.
I know, God bless him. I like Trubisky for his pass completions.
All right, well, I'll keep that in consideration because it's going to have to be a one-off. We put that one in. Trubisky 14.5 yards rushing. Montgomery's at 77.5. Aaron Jones 63.5. Aaron Rodgers at 9.5. Montgomery receiving is at 27.5. Adams at 89.5. Tonyan 32.5. Aaron Jones 17.5. Allen Robinson 75.5. Darnell Mooney 37.5. Marquez Valdez Scantling's at 24.5. What the heck? Devontae Adams at 7.5 receptions. Allen Robinson's at 5.5 receptions. David Montgomery's at 3.5 receptions. Mooney's at 3.5 receptions. And Valdez Scantling's at 2.5 receptions. Tanyan's at 2.5. Aaron Jones is at 2.5. So, what did MVS do last week? Nothing.
He didn't get a single target, and then the week before that, he had 1 target for 0, with no completion. Then he had 6 for 85 and 1 touchdown before then, and then the 2 previous weeks. Yeah, he hasn't really. Yeah, he might have fallen out of favor over there.
So are we going Trubisky or are we going Allen Robinson?
Give me Trubisky because 75.5 is like a little too
steep
much,
for
yeah.
Just in case
yeah, give me the
Trubisky over 23.5.
Yeah, lock that one in.
All right, it's paying $1.95. So, dude, our power parlay is getting disgusting at the amount of odds. And we still have 4 games left. All right, Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks are $1.30 on the money line. The 49ers are paying $3.54. Seahawks -7 in this game. I kind of like the 49ers +7. What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, I'm actually still gonna lean with the Seattle Seahawks with the -7. Give me the square play. I think with how close it is in the NFC, and then now Seattle and everybody else seeing that Alvin Kamara as well as all the running backs are out for the Saints, you just want to make sure you put your best foot forward. So give me Seahawks -7.
Yeah, I get it. I get why you're saying that, but still scary. It's a division game. I mean, last time these guys played in November, Seattle won by 10, 37-27. This division game, it's always a little bit uglier. So yeah. Anytime touchdown scores, we got Carson at $1.83, Metcalf $2.20, Lockett $2.40, Russell Wilson $4.33, David Moore $4.50, Jeffrey Wilson at $2.20, George Kittle $3.10, Kendrick Bourne, my guy, $5, Kyle Juszczyk $5.50, Richie James $5.50. This is a Kendrick Bourne game. There's no receivers left. I mean, it's going to be Richie James and Kendrick Bourne.
Shout out to Richie James for letting you down.
Bro, I want to talk about it. Russell Wilson passing yards at 249.5. CJ Beathard's at 231.5. Passing touchdowns, Russell Wilson over 1.5 touchdowns paying $1.59. CJ Beathard over 1.5 touchdowns paying $2.50. Rushing props, we got Carson at 57.5, Wilson at 63.5, Russell Wilson at 24.5. Carson rushing and receiving at 79.5. Receiving props, we got Metcalf at 64.5 yards. Receiving Lockett at 50.5. Lockett's been a bum. I mean, I need to check what his stats have been the last, 10 weeks.
I can look right now.
I was right about him. Where's Lewis Glover at?
Let's see. Since week 11, where he had his last, or he had a 67-yard game and a touchdown, he's had performances of 3 for 23, 6 for 63, 5 for 52, 4 for 34, 3 for 44. Ugh. Thank God I don't have any Lockett shares anywhere in Dynasty.
I will be trading all my Lockett shares this offseason for pennies on a dollar. Anyway, George Kittle is at 60.5. Kendrick Bourne's at 35.5.
I'll send you some American snacks for Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, done. Chris Carson at 20.5 yards receiving. David Moore at 21.5. Will Disley at 17.5. Jacob Hollister at 17.5. Jeffrey Wilson at 11.5 receiving yards. Lockett 4.5 catches. Carson 2.5 catches. Metcalf 5.5 catches. David Moore 2.5 catches. Disley 1.5 catches, and Hollister at 1.5 catches. What do you like?
I do like the receiving for Wilson. I also like Jeff Wilson, and I'm talking about Jeff Wilson. Anytime for Jeff Wilson, I like that one as well. Now, Hollister, if you don't mind pulling those up, I actually I've been jumping on his props because they've been kind of sneaky good. Now,
Yep.
what's his yard total right now?
17 and a
Ah,
half.
those bastards. Those bastards.
They raised it.
Yeah, his last two games he's had 17. His last two games he's had 2 receptions for 17 yards and a touchdown.
Interesting.
And his receptions are at 1.5.
Yep.
That might be a lock right there. He's had five of his last 6 games. He's had at least 2 receptions.
I might just have to go Kendrick Bourne here.
Receiving or anytime?
Both.
Let me see the last time he scored a touchdown because it was week 15 when you hit that insane parlay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder what goes through your mind, like when you make these picks. Like Kendrick Bourne being the last leg and him somehow coming through is insane, considering some of the great parlays you've had where like the most reliable looking one doesn't come through. So
right. Yeah, the $1.30 leg doesn't come through.
I'm rolling with you for Kendrick Bourne. I mean, in terms of receivers, I mean George Kittle's there, but George Kittle's going to get all the attention in the world.
Yeah, I think Sherman's out.
Has he ever been in this season?
I don't know. He might have opted out at the beginning of the year. He's just pretending to be on the team. Injury report.
It's just to cut the check.
Yeah, exactly.
Kendrick Bourne or Hollister over 1.5 receptions, which is
I'm
very scary one to have.
Not doing Hollister. I'm not running the Hollister life. We're putting Bourne in. Let's go.
All right, let's go Bourne.
Bourne identities in our power parlay. I mean, that is not the safest pick at all.
I know, but if we're gonna die in a hill, we're gonna die in your hill.
All right, Saints.
Watch. First play, 1 catch for 37 yards, and then we're just gonna be cruising.
Exactly. New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are getting 6 points in this game. I don't think the Saints have any running backs left, so I think Taysom
Hill anytime is the lock right there.
Ty Montgomery's going to play running back as well. Is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that's what I heard. But the Ty Montgomery's kind of
he's done it before.
He's ex running back or ex receiver turn running back.
I like the Saints in this game to win. I don't know about the 6 points though. I think these division games are always sneaky good. Like Carolina, all things fair, took the Saints to the brink. Saints won 27-24 last time these guys played. Saints scored 3 points in the fourth quarter to win that game. It was tied going into the fourth. So I kind of like the Panthers plus the 6 if I was going to bet the game, which I'm not. So what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like the Panthers plus the 6. They've been quite competitive, and especially in a game where you are without Alvin Kamara, fantasy championship MVP. So give me the Panthers with the spread. And I agree with you. Saints are going to win this game. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, it will be definitely interesting. Anytime touchdown scores are interesting as well. Taysom Hill's at $2.63.
Taysom.
Do we smash
that? Might drop $50 on that right now.
Seriously. Smash Taysom Hill anytime touchdown score. I might have to tweet that out right now.
Yeah, no, do it right now while the odds are fantastic.
Yeah, definitely grab. I'm just going to tweet it out right now, live on the podcast. Smash anytime touchdown score.
Oh God, you know, Caleb's gonna drop like $600 on Taysom Hill anytime now.
That's at $2.63. plus $2.63.
Let me see. For Taysom, anytime is sorry, I got out of that page. It is paying a whopping $2. It's $2.60 on my book.
All right, I'll
just put $2.63. Just add a little sauce.
Yep. So that's out there in the Twitterverse. So we'll take Taysom Hill in this game. We don't have actual prop markets for this game anyway, so that's perfect. We'll take Taysom Hill to get close to the end of this power parlay. We got the Chargers and the Chiefs. The Chiefs not playing anyone either, I don't believe. So it might finally be Darrell Williams' season for our boy Christian.
No, he's Darwin Thompson.
Oh man, it's still not his season.
No, not at all. I actually told him, I was like, bro, the fact that you have him in your taxi squad is gross. No disrespect to Darwin if he somehow ever hears this.
Darwin is $4.50 to score in this game. So there you go.
Oh, jeez. If he scores somehow and I found out Christian bet on that, I'm going to be so mad.
The Chargers are $1.41 favorite. They're giving the Chiefs 4.5 points in this game. I kind of like the Chiefs, weirdly, plus 4.5, but I think Chargers win this game. What do you like?
Give me the Chargers, minus 4.5. I think the Chiefs, for the most part, are going to be it's Mahomes is out, Kelsey's out. I'm sure Hill is out. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be out regardless. Yeah, give me Herbert and his damn. Why did he cut his hair? He looks really funny. Yeah, give me Chargers minus 4.5.
All right. So anytime touchdown scores, Austin Eckler's at $2.40, Mike Williams $2.80, Tyron Johnson $3.30. Parham is at $3.60, Guyton $3.60, Herbert $4.50, Balaj $4.50, Darrell Williams $2.88, Le'Veon's $2.88, McCole Harmon $3.30, Kelsey $3.60, Demarcus Robinson $3.75, Byron Pringle $4.50, and a bunch of guys you never heard of down the line. We don't have any props in this game either, so we're gonna have to go either side. Do we just take the Chargers, $1.41, or do we spice it up with a touchdown score?
Let's spice it up with a touchdown, just because.
Eckler?
Yeah. Let's go Austin Eckler.
Eckler, anytime. I'm telling you right now, we're looking at millions of dollars if this pays off.
Really? Dude, if it we just never record a podcast again.
Sorry guys, we're retiring.
Yeah.
The next game we got is the Cardinals and the Rams. We have a space for 2 more legs in this power parlay, and we have 2 games left. Got the Cardinals and Rams. The Cardinals are 3-point favorites in this one. I like the Rams money line in this game. What do you like about this game? Anything. Total's at 41. 41.
Now,
so gross.
Now I did pick this game because I earlier in the week for the Rams to win this game, but Kyler Murray's going to go out there and pull a Fields and just disregard all doctor recommendation and going to go out there and gut it out. So give me Cardinals minus 3.
Yeah, the problem with that is that Kyler is only good when he can run, so he can't run, and Aaron Donald's going to eat him for a snack. So that's fun.
I don't know. Just the fact that all the short memes and the little shrinkage memes, and you saying that just make it that much funnier. Oh yeah, man,
I have to find a picture of like Aaron Donald holding Kyler as a baby or something. That'd be hilarious. Anyway,
God. Merch.
Anytime touchdown scores, we got Kenny Drake at $2.10, Hopkins $2.70, Kyler Murray $3, Keshawn Johnson $3.75, Fitzgerald $3.75, Chase Edmonds $4.33. Our boy Dan Arnold, $4.33. Anytime touchdown score for the Rams, Cam Akers, $2.40. Malcolm Brown, $2.40. Robert Woods, $3.20. Higbee, $4.33. John Wolford, $4.50. Josh Reynolds, $4.50. Do you think is Cam Akers playing this game?
Let me check.
That's a weird because he's not in the props.
He had a high ankle sprain, so I could almost see him just not risk him on this one. Let's see, injury.
Well, they have to win, right?
Oh, he's a game time decision.
All right.
So stay away from the running backs on this one.
Yeah. I mean,
Malcolm Brown is your RB1 next year.
You know they come in. John Wolford passing yards is at 191.5. Kind of like the over on that one. Kyler Murray's at 237.5 passing. Passing touchdowns, Murray over 1.5 is paying $1.87. Wolford over 1.5 is paying $2.75. I'm all in on Wolford. Rushing props, we got Kenny Drake at 51.5. Kyler Murray at 36.5. Wolford at 27.5. Receiving props, can Wolford move like that? 27.5 seems high.
That's actually what I've been hearing, is that he's a very mobile quarterback and that McVay is going to get him out of the pocket and kind of put him in a position to
do stuff.
Yeah, to do stuff. So that's an intriguing one. But I cannot confirm 100% that I feel confident with that.
All right. Robert Woods is at 48.5. Higbee's at 25.5. Hopkins at 72.5. Arnold at 22.5. Our boy Arnold, he's come through for us in the clutch many times. Josh Reynolds, 36.5. Van Jefferson, 21.5. Ooh, my boy Van Jefferson. He hasn't been in the props market in a long time. Total receptions, Hopkins at 6.5. Robert Woods, 4.5. Reynolds, 3.5. Higbee at 2.5. And that's pretty much it. What are we going?
Dan Arnold season, man.
Dan Arnold season. He's in. Over 22.5. Dan Arnold. Oh, my gosh. You do not want to know the odds for this thing. All right. Last one out.
I'm going to start crying on air.
Last but not least, we got the Washington football team at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jalen Hurts, anytime fourth quarter turnover. I'm really bitter about that. He cost me $450.
Yeah, he cost me some money as well. Washington football team is $1.47 on the money line. They are 3.5-point favorites in this one. What do you like about this game? The total is at 44.
44. I still like the Washington football team with the spread. There's a lot of chatter about the Eagles possibly resting players this game, which would be kind of a hilarious FU to the Cowboys if they were to win their game against the Giants, to just find out that the Eagles are benching everybody. But yeah, give me the Washington football team. Let's go Alex Smith with the bionic leg.
Is he playing or is it Heineke?
He's playing.
Okay.
But Heineke actually played pretty well in relief. So
you're right.
So
I shouldn't talk. You're right. Anytime touchdown scores, Antonio Gibson's at $1.91. Logan Thomas.
Nick, you're Josh Allen.
Stop. Cam Sims at $2.80. Terry McLaurin, $2.80. JD McKissick at $2.88. Anytime touchdown for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, $2.70. Boston Scott, $3.10. Zach Ertz, $4.20. Jalen Rieger, $5. Jordan Howard, $5. Jalen Hurts passing yards is at 210.5. Alex Smith at 227.5. Hurts to throw over 1.5 touchdowns, 256. Rushing props, we got Hurts at 56.5. Boston Scott at 40.5. Receiving props, Ertz at 33.5. Rieger at 31.5. Logan Thomas 54.5. JD McKissick, my guy, 33.5. Boston Scott 14.5. Alshon Jeffrey 18.5. Greg Ward 19.5. Receptions, Boston Scott 2.5. Ertz 3.5. Rieger 2.5. No, and that's it. We don't have reception props for McKissick, which is a little bit sad.
I want to publicly apologize to JD McKissick for doubting him. He single-handedly won me 2 leagues, so I'm gonna have to either get his card or something in commemoration of that. So I apologize for the JD McKissick slander. And on that note, let's go with the receiving yards, man. Let's just why change the dynamic game plan?
I kind of like Greg Ward over 19.5. I think he's got pretty much like 27 yards like last 3 games.
See how Mr. Ward has done.
Because for McKissick to go over, it's gonna have to be negative game script. And I'm not sure that there's gonna be a negative game script.
All right. Well, what's Ward's totals? That's 17.5.
Ward's at 19.5.
He's hit that in 3 of the last 5, and he's had 5, 5, 5, and 3 targets in the last 4 games. Oh man, are we gonna put it all on the line for Greg Ward at the end?
Well, did we just do Jalen Hurts rushing?
Let's see, let me just look at Jalen Hurts real quick. You think Chase Allen's gonna let him just walk around the field like that?
I mean, I don't
Jalen
think they
Hurts
probably play.
Jalen Hurts has hit that in his last 3 games, but his rushing attempts have gone down in each game 18, 11, and 9. I don't know if that's a trend that continues, but.
All right, we're living on McKissick. We'll live and die with McKissick.
Are you sure? Because now you kind of started walking me off that hill right now.
Oh no, this is the last one.
Remember, the last one we don't want to completely just sweat this one out the entire game either.
Can you imagine just staring at the screen when your odds are over $1 million?
Let's go Zach Ertz's longest reception, 16.5. Jokes.
Let's not do that.
Jokes.
How many catches did Rieger have?
I was actually about to look up Rieger. Let's see. Jalen Rieger's at what, 2.5?
Yeah.
He has hit that in 3 of the last 5 games. He's only had 3 games this entire season where he hasn't had more than 2. And in the last 2 games, he's had 8 and 7 targets.
Oh, let's go Rieger. 2.5 receptions.
We're gonna die on the Jalen Rieger hill. I'm actually not. I'm not hating that one. I don't think they'd sit him, right?
No.
What if you find out he's sitting and then we just won the whole thing? Oh, okay. Tell me the number. This is gonna be insane.
Well, it would just be voided anyway. So, all right. So the total 20 leg power parlay this week will pay. I have to actually look at this number because it's 1,698,548.
You're book gonna pay that?
Well, that's the odds.
No, I know, but is your book gonna because I've seen some books say the most you can make is this much money or something.
The 20 legs the most they allow. So
okay.
The $5 putting $5 on this bet will pay out $8,492,740.
You need to send me a screenshot of that. Just oh my.
Oh wow! Yep, they said they can't pay it. I just try to put it in.
What's the most that they'll pay?
Potential winnings can't exceed $1 million.
Oh my god, that's all right. So let's go through the list together and see if there's any iffy ones you want to just pull.
Or we can just bet 58 cents and win $985,000.
Want to just do that?
Or
do you want to remove it?
Look at the list. All right, we got Elliott anytime, Cam Newton anytime, Mike Evans 66.5, Ito Smith 33.5, Mike Evans anytime, Jarvis Landry 4.5, Darrington Evans anytime 8-1, Alexander Madison anytime, Dolphins Bills over 41.5.
Why don't we get rid of that one? Because that's a lot of uncertainty on that one.
All right. Mark Andrews 52.5, Giovanni 17.5 receiving, Pascal 37.5, Jonathan Taylor anytime, Noah Fant over 48.5, Trubisky over 23.5 completions, Kendrick Bourne.
You want to get rid of Bourne?
Taysom Hill anytime, Eckler anytime, Arnold over 22.5, Rieger over 2.5. We are still excess of. I took that one out. We're still at 918,000 to 1 odds.
Kendrick Bourne, you want to take that one out?
All right, we'll take Bourne out. We are down to 488. We're down to 488,001. So we bet $2. We win. We put $2 on it. We win $996,273.
Do you want to do that and just do a different total? Is there anything else that you'd want to take off? You want to take off McKissick because of the game script?
We didn't put McKissick in. We just put Rieger in.
So you want to just do it like a $2 one or whatever it takes to just be at the million mark?
Be at the million mark. Yeah, we'll put $2.04 on this one, and we win $996,273.12.
Whew. All right.
The millionaire maker power parlay.
No, if we do that, Corey, I'm going to literally, once that money hits my account, I'm literally going to take out a bunch of money and I'm going to do an entire episode on a throne of ones. Oh my God.
Sounds great.
If anybody watching this knows where Corey lives and where his family members I can get a hold of, just let me know in case he just runs off. Runs off with $1 million.
That would be hilarious.
Isn't it? Just real quick. Wouldn't it be like a nightmare to transfer that much money without them wondering what you're doing with that kind of money?
Yeah, that's your problem, bro.
All right, let's get there first, then we'll figure that one out.
All right. So I put it in. I also, just because I felt bad, I put in, I don't know exactly how this works. It's very confusing, but I put in a 13 folds combo as well at 25 cents per combo. So I think if 13 of the 18 come through in any way, we still win some money. So.
Oh, no way.
I just put 25 cents on each combo. So that total, it was only like 550 total. So
okay, so it's right on.
So if we win, we have potential now to win over, with potential winnings of 1.7 million altogether. So say every single one came through, then we win the other one as well. So.
God, let's do this. Let's go week 17. Be kind. Be gentle.
Be kind week 17. We'll be back next week. There'll be no power parlay. We'll have some playoff stuff. We'll dive into the NBA as well. And yeah, we'll get after it as well. We'll do a power parlay. We'll find a way to make some power parlays come together going forward as well. So really appreciate your time, Alex. You can find him at Alex Valdez @_ Alex Valdez. You can find me at CMoney52. Shout out to our sponsors, mybookie.ag. Check them out. You can use the code USN100 to get 100% match bonus. You can do your own power parlay. You can copy ours. You can be a millionaire maker just like us. And do that on mybookie.ag. They have a prop builder app where you can put in all your props and see what happens. Make some magic happen yourself and get 15 bonus dollars with that code as well. Shout out to RX Hemp and check them out. Alex, you got some of that stuff over there, some of that CBD cream. You can use our code RXHemp-USN and get 10% off all your orders. Check them out for all your aches and pains in general, needs for that. So make sure you check those guys out and make sure you follow Unwrapped Sports Network on Twitter for everyone else's streams and podcasts, etc. We got a whole bunch of stuff, something for everyone there. So check that out. And thanks a lot, Alex. Thanks for your time.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too.